spirituality teaches you, specifically Kabbalah, which is what I'm from and what I study, is that women are actually the vessel for the light. And once they understand their power, they can listen to what I call your North Star and listen to their intuition. Part of the biggest issue is women, they hear these thoughts and these motions and feelings inside themselves, but they ignore them. And they start to look for outside validation, not realizing that no one actually has the answer aside from you and the creator. Once you can tap into that light and into that frequency, that's when the miracles occur.
I always tell people mind, body, soul. How are you taking care of your mind? How are you taking care of your body? How are you taking care of your soul? Every single day. And it's literally just a choice in the moment. Like, is this going to be good for me or not? Do I do this or not? And it's getting back in touch with your intuition, really. Do I want to play victim or do I want to move forward? I love that statement because so many people are stuck in this victim mentality. Oh, it's because of them. They did this and that's why my life is like this. No, honey, like your life is the way that, everything is just a mirror to what's going on inside of you.
Liz, welcome.
Thank you.
Liz Squared.
Yes.
I love this.
I know. Liz Squared.
I had a very interesting experience with Liz. Yes. I had reached out to her on Instagram and I thought to myself, wow, we have such similar content and I loved your energy. So I had to invite her on to the podcast.
Yeah.
And then she went on to say, I was literally just telling my assistant, you have to reach out to Liz Kennedy.
It was the craziest, and I just got chills. It was the craziest thing because I was on Instagram, like looking around for people. And then I saw your page and I was like looking at some of your stuff and I'm like, this girl is brilliant. Like, oh my goodness. So I sent your page to my assistant and I was like, we need her on my show. And 10 minutes later, you DM me like, you got to be on my show. I was like, yo.
Which is proof that energy never lies.
Yes.
And however, it doesn't matter where you live, how you look, what your background is. If you are similar energy, you can't help but be magnetized towards one another.
Yes.
With that said, we're also moms. Why are you here? Like, not here. Why are you here in this lifetime? What's your mission? What's your agenda?
Ooh, that's a big question. So I've just, I've lived so many different lives. So I've just transformed so many different times throughout my life. I mean, I've been a real estate agent, a model, an actress, a chef. I was a pastry chef for a while. And it's like, everything that I've been through in life led me up to this point now. So everything has been perfect. And so I've kind of started to transform into this just, I don't know, I would say mature woman through going through all of my life experiences. And then when I look back at my life and I'm like, wow, I've lived so many different lives that I want to share with the world that anything is possible in the whole entire world. You can come from anywhere, be anything, have gone through anything, been in no hope place, multiple times. I mean, I was on drugs and alcohol for years. It was just...
I was just going to say, there's something that brings women to speak of spirituality in such an authentic way. Yeah. And we all have that one pivotal, I'll share what mine is after you. But I'm assuming it was the drugs and alcohol that got you to be like, there's got to be something more.
Girl, it's been a lot. It was drugs, alcohol. I went to jail. I caught a case. I got pregnant with my son when my son's dad and I were on the run. He was on the run from the feds. And it's just, my life has been a whole slew of craziness. I mean, abuse started for me when I was 3. Teenage years were wild. My brother was sick. My parents were gone. I was adopted.
So, oh, wow.
Yeah, it's so much, so many things. Boot camp, when the people come and get you in the middle of the night and bring you out your bed.
I dated a guy who went through that experience. He said it was traumatizing.
So traumatizing.
Yeah, to be snatched in the middle of the night.
In the middle of the night.
No.
And my parents were literally standing there looking, and I'm like, I'm being kidnapped.
And they know.
SOS.
And they know.
Yeah. Oh, they were just standing there like crying. And I was like, are you going to save me? They literally brought me on a plane and then drove me to the middle of the woods in Asheville, North Carolina. And I spent the next 60 days there.
Do you feel like it actually had a positive impact on you? Because the guy I dated said yes. Interesting.
I do feel like it did. But the thing you have to be careful about with those programs is that sometimes those programs aren't what they say they are. And so they use these kids as like kid slaves, sex trafficking. It can be really
Paris
toxic.
Hilton had a horrible experience. Yeah.
Yes. So you have to be extremely careful with these things. But yes, I will say that it did help me. I went back home though, and a week later, my parents said I was leaving for boarding school. So I reverted because I was like, screw you, you know, like you're just sending me away again. Like you're just like, you know, I'm just like being abandoned my whole life. I'm like, thanks a lot. So I was like, screw you, went right back to the drinking, the craziness. And then, you know, I got expelled from my, almost expelled from my boarding school. It was a 3-strike rule and I got 3 strikes. My parents pulled me before I had the expulsion on my record. And so I finished off going back, you know, where I'm from. But it's just so many different life experiences like that led me to where I'm at now. And girl, I've been in so many different mind states of my life is treacherous. I have no hope. I just want to die. I'm not going to amount to shit. I mean, when I was in jail, they talked to us like we were trash, like the dirt on the ground.
Because that's how they view you there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So many times over, including myself, just telling myself that I wasn't anything. And then I just went through a divorce recently this year. And
how long were you married?
We weren't married that long, about 1.5 years. We were together for about 4.5. And it's just interesting, these phases of life that we go through. Like phase 1, I would say, is like reaction mode. Phase 2, creation mode, where you're starting to learn and heal and manifest and create. But then there's another phase that I've just reached recently after this dark night in my soul. And it's like the attractor phase, the allowance, the alignment with divine source, God, and everything just unfolds for you magically in this phase. And it's not like you're hustling to get it. You're not trying to manifest certain things. It's just you're allowing because you know that you're in alignment. And so I really feel like that's why we connected, because you're so on the same frequency. And I you know, this life is a beautiful thing. So long story short, that's kind of how I came into my shoes now from all of these different life experiences. And I just feel like I need to share that stuff because I remember when I was a 13-year-old girl with no hope. And so
no one to look up to.
Yes.
That part.
Exactly. So, I mean, you can come from anything and be anything you want. I mean, I'm on global stages. I just got back from Bali. I'm going to Dubai in a couple weeks. It's like, I'm living my dream.
What, are you doing the Kion Festival?
I'm doing the Gladiator Summit.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in Dubai.
There's so much going on. I love Dubai. I'm crazy about Dubai.
Awesome. Yeah, it'll be my 2nd time there. I'm super excited.
I feel like you can relate to me on this because also recently divorced, 3 years, a little bit more than you. Recently divorced, went through the whole reactivity, then creativity and acceptance. And something that was really, really powerful for me that, again, I'm sure you can relate to. I had this moment where I felt like I come from a spiritual lineage. So Kabbalah is actually within my family on my father's side. So spirituality is very deep, deep within me.
Yeah.
But there's a difference between understanding something at a spiritual level and then feeling it at a cellular level.
Yes. Yeah.
And something very profound happened to me actually just a few weeks ago where I realized I had accepted a situation, but I hadn't accepted the person for who they are today, not who they were 3 years ago when they were with me, but who they were and are today. And I felt it at such a cellular level that I realized, oh my God, you could be doing all the work. You can go from the lower frequencies of fear, anger, rage, all of those frequencies to love, joy, happiness, enlightenment, acceptance, but to feel it at a deep level.
Yeah.
It's very different than talking about it or even just agreeing with it.
Yeah.
And that is true spirituality. When you embody the feeling, you don't just understand it.
Yeah, I totally agree. I actually have been deeply thinking about that recently, like still having these feelings inside of my body. And I'm wondering and asking myself, actually this morning, I'm like, am I just busying myself away from trying to run from these emotions? And I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a day. I'm going to start with a day and I'm going to put all screens away. I'm going to put everything away except for a notepad and a pen.
Nice.
And I'm just going to be in silence all day with myself. And so I'll really see then what comes up for me, you know?
Yeah. And what did?
Yeah. I mean, I'm planning on doing it because I'm feeling like I've been so busy lately. And if thoughts keep repeating and coming up, that means that you haven't fully processed them out of yourself.
Your subconscious is actually begging for you to bring it up.
Address it. So I think that I need some more processing. It was interesting because I didn't expect this change. It just happened.
I was going to say, what a career change, what a life change.
It was an everything change.
And you probably didn't realize you even had such a strong voice to speak on stage or to speak so freely. And that is... So much of what I do is telling women, you don't have to be the world's greatest speaker. You just need to use your voice.
Yes.
You just need to use your voice, because I can guarantee there's going to be things that you say that I don't necessarily agree with, and vice versa. But women need to use their voice.
Yeah.
And showcase that they can speak openly and freely.
Yeah.
Because when you encourage one woman to do it, it encourages the rest to do it as well. And I think that's where we have such a significant role in what we do. Women look up to us not because we're on a stage or because our hair's nice or because we have, makeup in place. I think it's the power of voice.
Yes.
And once women find that, I truly believe that's when they break open these layers, that they can really understand what they're capable of.
Yeah. I feel like over hundreds and hundreds of years, women have been so suppressed. Our voices have been suppressed. So to be able to find our voice again is a beautiful thing. And I honestly deeply feel, which is why I'm on the mission I'm on right now with helping women find their voice and power, is that women will be the ones to change the world. Because...
Did you read the book, Women Who Run with the Wolves?
No.
You would love this book.
Okay, I'm going to get it.
You would love this book.
I'm going to get it.
I feel like you could have been in it.
Really?
Yeah. But
I need to read this.
It's really, really powerful. It's really powerful.
Cool. Yeah, no, I'm going to get it for sure. But don't you feel the same way though?
Yeah.
I mean... Because
yeah, I do.
I feel like we're conditioned, we're manipulated, and we're systemized since babies, right? I mean, we're giving the baby doll, we're taught, like we're literally feeding a baby while we're babies. So it's like conditioned into us that we're supposed to take care of everybody else but ourselves. And then we grow up and we're like, oh, I'm sick, I have autoimmune disease, resentment, and you can't express emotion because then you're crazy.
Yep.
They don't do enough studies on women and women's hormones and cycles to know that women have cycles, and it's not just a crazy woman put on an SSRI. It's like, no, she's actually going through menopause, or she's actually just, her hormones are imbalanced, So it's just...
But even more so than that, there's a spiritual notion behind all of this as well, that women are constantly looking to others for a source of knowledge, their therapist, their mom, the aunt's mom's sister, versus looking towards themselves. And what spirituality teaches you, specifically Kabbalah, which is what I'm from and what I study, is that women are actually the vessel for the light. And once they understand their power, they can listen to what I call your North Star and listen to their intuition. Part of the biggest issue is women, they hear these thoughts and these motions and feelings inside themselves, but they ignore them. They ignore them and they start to look for outside validation, not realizing that no one actually has the answer aside from you and the creator.
Yes.
And once you can tap into that light and into that frequency, that's when the miracles occur.
Absolutely.
You don't have to look to get inspiration from women like us, sure, but you are actually the one that knows yourself best.
Yes.
You and I don't know the woman we're speaking to nearly as much as she knows herself. And that's always my agenda. As I always tell, women, I'm not a psychic, I'm not a therapist, I'm a mirror.
Yeah.
My job is to pull everything that you actually already know within you. And how do you get to that? You get to that by spending time with yourself, finding source outside of yourself, the creator. What is God? God is not an old man in the sky with a white beard. God is energy, and we are quite literally all fragments of energy. So if we can believe in Wi-Fi and we can believe in calling someone from across the world and then picking up, that is lights of energy.
Yes.
If we can realize that we have that within ourselves too, and everything is energy, we're more inclined to use that energy correctly.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's important I always tell people mind, body, soul. So how are you taking care of your mind? How are you taking care of your body? How are you taking care of your soul? Energy.
Every day.
Yeah, every single day. And it's literally just a choice in the moment. Like, is this going to be good for me or not? Do I do this or not? And it's getting back in touch with your intuition, really. I mean, my divorce really taught me that, actually, because it was just such a shattering, life-changing. I mean, literally everything was ripped away within hours. And then it was like, I was just out here like alone, like swimming, like I'm like, okay, what do I do with my hands?
What do I do now?
I don't know. So I really was forced to tap in back to my intuition, to tap into divine source, God, creator energy that we all have within us. And I would literally, before I would do things, what would my higher self do? And then boom, that hit of intuition.
What a beautiful statement.
Yeah, yeah.
What would my highest version, most evolved version of Liz?
Yes.
That's what they're saying.
Yes.
What would she do? How would she act? How would she feel?
Yes, because there's so many emotions that come with breakups, heartbreaks, divorce.
But divorce and what's considered to be rock bottom is actually such a beautiful place to be, because that's where all illusions break.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You got nowhere to go but up.
Yeah. Yes.
There's nowhere else to go. So all illusions break.
Yes.
And it's such a beautiful place to be, because it's the most authentic, raw form. And you can decide and dictate, do I want to play victim or do I want to move forward with grace?
Yes. Yes. Thank you for saying that.
That's it.
Yes, exactly.
That's
do
it.
I want to play victim or do I want to move forward? I love that.
Yeah.
I love that statement, because so many people are stuck in this victim mentality. Oh, it's because of them. They did this and that's why my life is like this.
Correct.
Or they do this and that's why my... No, honey, like your life is the way that, everything is just a mirror to what's going on inside of you.
And,
Nothing
well,
externally.
even more so than that, that's the ego speaking. When you're saying my divorce is because he did this, and that's ego versus your soul would say, this was my teacher.
Yeah.
This taught me X, Y, and Z. I'm going to choose to see the good in this, because it's always for my highest evolved self.
Yes.
And if we can see life through that lens, all these things that are deemed bad, which nothing really is good or bad, it's all for our soul's evolution.
Yeah.
Then we can move through it with grace.
Yes.
And isn't that the best way to see things, to see the good in it?
Yeah.
To see these people who are characters in our movie and see that it was for good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even
That's
the
a
things that are the
great-
ugliest things.
Yeah. I mean, I love that. And I feel like a lot of people just don't, because victimhood, that consciousness and that realm of being is comfy for people. It's very comfy, because now nothing's your fault and everything is everybody else's fault. So you have no accountability. So it's hard for people, even me, I'll be honest. I was so emotional. I wanted to attack, I was on like fight or flight. Well, I wanted to fight everything and everybody.
Reactive.
Yes, but that's why I was doing this. What would my higher self do? Because your intuition will always guide you with the way that you want to go. And then the more you keep making those decisions of what would my higher self do, the more you keep moving with grace, you're building those new neural connections, you're healing your nervous system, and then it just becomes your norm. So if you can do that as soon as a dark night hits, a disaster happens in life, and you can just keep on moving towards light and being light and getting out of that, oh, well, screw them and this, because just keep moving towards light and your life will literally open up magically for you.
Really transition. What did you, when you were at your lowest, what books did you look to? What did you study to start speaking and thinking like this?
It's just been years, a compilation of years. Like I was reading the Bible when I was in jail. I started the Course in Miracles when I was about, yes.
And it's crazy because I'm Jewish and it speaks more in a Christian tone, but I still really enjoyed it because the messaging is all the same.
Yeah.
The messaging is the same.
Yeah.
And I learned actually a lot about Christianity reading A Course in Miracles. It's actually on my bed right now.
Really?
Because quite often I'll take books, and you'll like this, I'm sure you'll copy this. If I'm looking for a channeled message, I'll just open up the book to a random page.
Yep, exactly. Yep. I do the same thing.
Yeah, and Course of Miracles.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, this is very designed from the Christian faith. And there's so many powerful moments in it. I thought it was super cool, really enlightening.
Yeah, I love it. There's so many good teachings in all of these books.
Absolutely.
Right? In the Quran, the freaking all of these books. And that's why I don't like attach to one specific religion. I don't attach to just spirituality. I was raised Christian Presbyterian. I went through a phase when I was with my ex where I thought I was God, and I was a little spiritually confused. And then after the divorce, I'm like, okay, got back in touch with divine creator. And so I don't align with any specific thing. And I feel like everybody is just really trying to say the same thing in different ways.
Yeah.
And you can take what you want and leave the rest of it. And don't pay attention. Everyone's like, oh, well, how could you? Because the manipulation and deaths. And well, if that's how you choose to see the world, and that's how you choose your filter, is seeing the world through this lens of deception and manipulation, it's because they want to kill and
as
control.
you speak, you create.
Exactly.
As you speak, you create.
Yes, and that's what your life is going to be.
That's literally it. Otherwise, or you can speak in frequency of, I'm attracting what I am.
Yes.
Who I'm becoming. And then miracles like this happen where it's, oh my God, I was just telling my assistant to reach out to you. People say, I was actually just in Jersey with my mom, and something happened to me. It was late at night. We were walking her dog, and we were walking past this gorgeous house, this like very witchy house. It felt like, it just felt magical. And I heard this animal like crying, screeching. And I said to my mom, I was like, we have to do something. She's like, it's fine, Liz, like mind your business. I was like, no, you don't understand. These things happen to me all the time, because I always say these things happen to me all the time. And I really feel like it's always a channeled way of me being used as a tool to help or find situations where the person needs something.
Yes.
This stuff happens to me all the time. Ended up that there was an issue there. The person wasn't home. And it's like, if you speak these things, you find yourself in situations where you're like, oh, what a coincidence. But there's no such thing as a coincidence.
Right.
Once you're aware, once you're conscious of these things, there's always messages happening. It's not woo-woo. It's simply just energy.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, it sounds a little woo-woo. I'm like, is it though? Think about it. Everything holds energy, clothing, food. And the more conscious you are of it, everything you put in your mouth, everything that you speak, you start to see the world around you reflect it.
Yes, absolutely.
That's it.
It really is.
It's so much more simple than people make it out to seem.
It really is. It really is. And it's crazy how our physiology just reflects that too. I mean, our brains, they have this bundle of nerves at the base of our brainstem called the reticular activating system. And it's like the filter of our reality. So you train that filter by how you feel reality is, or what you think about yourself. So as you train your reticular activating system, I mean, it filters from 11 million bits of information per second to 50.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Every second. So if you believe that life is hard, and this is just the hardest thing ever, your reticular activating system is going to filter out these beautiful opportunities to obstacles. And if you think that life is amazing and magic, which I feel like life is magic, man, like so much magic has opened up for me, like every day.
Oh God, not gonna lie.
And yes, and it's like, I see magic every day. I mean, it was magic that morning. I was like, this is
I know,
crazy.
you're like, this is crazy. I'm
crazy.
like, and I thought that too, but then I'm like, but is it? It's not.
It's really not crazy.
It's not that crazy.
It just is energy.
Yeah.
It's just energy, and it's how, I'm filtering, how you're filtering. And
when you have negative thoughts, and I'll give you an example of what I do, because I'm sure there's something that you do, which negative thoughts are normal. We are human.
Yes.
We're spiritual beings in a 3D human experience.
Yes.
And the human experience, as challenging it can be, it's also beautiful. But when you're in those dark moments, there are ways to pull yourself out of it. So when I'm driving and I'm thinking about a relationship or a situation that brings me into a darker mindset, something that I do is I acknowledge it. I never suppress emotion. I acknowledge it. I take it for what it is. And then I visualize myself 2 years out of that situation and what Liz would feel like looking back on it. And that's how I pull myself out of these situations. What do you do to when you're going through your day with your child or work or whatever, and you're having a darker moment?
So I do body scans. I'll see that I'm having these thoughts, and I'll go into my body head to toe, see where I feel heavy. Maybe I feel anger. Usually I feel anger right here. And then I ask that place in my body, like, where is this anger stemming from? Is it about right now? I just ask myself a lot of questions. And then even putting awareness to those parts of your body where you're holding that emotion, because I really feel like it's mind, body, soul. Everything is super connected. So the minute you start going dark, you're tensing somewhere. Something in your body is
And you
is
feel
holding.
it here.
Yeah.
What sign are you?
Aquarius. What are you?
Cancer.
Okay. I have like all my best friends are Cancers. I love Cancers.
I love Aquarius because their head's always like kind of in the sky. They're visionaries.
Yes. Yeah, that's me for sure.
So you really ask yourself, where am I holding this physically?
Yeah. And then I always try to get to the root. If I don't, like if it's there and it just is pounding me and it won't go away, then I'm like, okay, there's a root here somewhere that I need to figure out, where is this stemming from? And then I always just remind myself I'm safe, I'm good, everything is okay right now. And I try to bring myself back to presence. And if it's something so repetitive, then I'll always journal about it at night. Like, what is this? What is this about? You know?
So how you journal is you ask a lot of questions, and you try to pull it out via journaling. Okay.
Yeah.
Whereas I journal in the sense of I use journaling as a gratitude practice.
Do that too.
So it's interesting because everyone has their ways. That's why I always say listen to everyone, but then listen to what feels best for you.
Yes.
That's really critical. I think that's really critical. And that's what's the beauty of podcasts. You can listen to women like us. You can listen to other thought leaders and then try all these things and see what works best for you.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, it was so cool. This one journal entry I had, I was writing from my future self in Bali after this speech that I did. So I wrote like how I felt about it, what reactions people had, did it all these different
Manifestation at an accelerated level.
Yes.
Yeah.
Deep, detailed.
Yeah.
And as I read that entry after I got home from Bali, I was like, holy crap, this literally all happens.
I met a guy in Ohio. Oh my God, you're going to love this. I feel like you would copy this too. He told me, I was speaking on Aspire, and I met this guy like not randomly. And he's a lawyer that hated being a lawyer. And now he teaches other lawyers how to find their true love and their true passions. And he's really, really spiritual, like big, like jacked, good looking guy. I was like not expecting him to be spiritual. And he said to me, he was like, one of the ways that I manifest is I take my journal prompts, I convert them into ChatGPT, I make lyrics out of it, and then I input it into, what is the app? SO something that converts it into a song.
Shut the front door.
I have to find this. I was like, no, and I was like, but is the song good? Because I'm not going to listen to a song that's like not. And because he was like, it's great for subconscious, rewiring.
Hell yeah.
I was like, wait, what? He sent me the song. I am so serious when I say it was beautiful.
Look.
I'm going to send it to you.
Yeah.
And then I'm actually going to link this in the video because I told him, I was like, I'm going to take this, I'll take away this and put it in my seminars because I think if you don't know where to start, if you're journaling and you're like, what am I writing about?
Yeah.
You can take that, convert it to ChatGPT, grab lyrics, and then implement it into an app to make a song to rewire your subconscious.
I love that. I freaking love
Isn't that brilliant?
Look, I'm
I knew you would love
going
that.
to do that. Like
it's brilliant. I was like, I've never, not once, and I have to be honest, I didn't expect a man to come up with something like that. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Like it's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's fire. I definitely want to try that. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll voice note stuff and then I'll replay it back to myself. So
what kind of voice notes?
Just maybe gratitude stuff or abundance things or just gratitude, like I look at your life. It's so beautiful. You have the most beautiful child, and it's good to have that upliftment. When I go on my walks, sometimes I'll listen to it. I mean, I try to really keep everything very, very uplifting all the time. Good energy and, high vibes.
What is your most proud career moment in the past year and why?
I would say, a lot of people know me from my ex and my business that I ran with him. And I thought I was just taking over the world and we were doing such great things. And we did. We did a lot of spectacular stuff.
I'm sure you did.
Yes, absolutely. But what really just has impressed me about myself is the fact that everything came crashing down. And within the next 5 months, I had a podcast and I was writing a book. I was speaking. I was just all of these things that I was just like, how did I do all this? Because when you're in it, it's like you're just in it. You can't really see it. But as you look back, it's like, how did I do all that? Like, how? How did I do all that? It was just insanity. But I mean, I'm really proud of myself for not falling victim to the circumstance and picking my ass up and just, going and continuing life in the way that I knew that I needed to. And I think that a lot of women, after getting their heart broken or going through a divorce, it's like our limbic brains are more active than a man. So we are more emotional just chemically.
Go deeper into that statement. Where did you learn it? And how do you resonate with that?
So I'm in a brain health certification course from Dr. Amen, Amen University. And I'm learning a ton about the brain. I've always researched so much about the brain because I find it very interesting. In another life, I was a neurosurgeon.
Maybe you probably were.
Probably.
If you're saying that, yeah.
Yeah. And I always have been fascinated with the hardware because we always think that, we don't always think, but as I was growing up, I just thought I was messed up. I'm like, I'm just messed
This is it.
up. This is me. I'm just messed up person. And I can't fix myself. And what I've come to learn and understand is that sometimes it's a hardware problem. For the most part, it's a hardware problem that somewhere in your body is making you feel a certain way or act a certain way or spinning out in those thought patterns a certain way. If your anterior cingulate gyrus is like overactive, you're going to have repetitive, consistent negative thoughts just going. And if you learn how to quiet that part of your brain down, then you won't have the negative spiraling thoughts. So,
which is interesting because that statement and that notion, the way it correlates to Kabbalah and spirituality is Kabbalah states that we all come here with a soul correction. Yours is different than mine. Mine is different than his. Mm-hmm. And when we come here in order to evolve, instead of looking at it as this is my issue, this is my soul's correction, because in every lifetime we have a soul correction, and it is our duty to fulfill that correction. And how beautiful is it that you can find tools, like understanding the brain, to help you with this correction to evolve.
Yes. That's
beautiful.
My whole thing.
It's a tool.
Yeah.
It's a tool.
Definitely a tool. And so even the understanding of that, I had a SPECT scan by Dr. Amen, and it showed low blood flow right here on the top of my head. I actually got hit with a pistol on the top of my head.
So that's why.
So TBI, right? And he sat down in front of me. He was like, "You're impulsive." I was like, "How do you know that?" I was like, "How do you know that, sir?" And I was like, And he was like, "Well, it shows on your scan that you have damage to the area that controls impulsivity." And I was like, "Huh?" And I was like, "This is a hardware problem." And so as I started to meditate about that, I would picture blood flow going to that area. I started to eat brain healthy foods, Doing ping pong is great for, I use both hemispheres and it really activates
I would never
the brain.
think of that.
So good.
Random.
So freaking good. Ping pong and what is that other one? Paddleboard. What is that? Pickleball. Pickleball.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it uses both sides, both hemispheres.
I would have never thought of that.
Oh yeah, super good for the brain. Hyperbaric oxygen chamber. I know you probably know about that. But these are all great for the brain. And so now as I've worked over the past years on making my brain healthier, I've just noted massive difference in my life.
Would you start eating salmon?
Fish? I did sardines.
Yep.
I know that's like...
I'm into it.
Okay.
I'm into it. It's so heart and brain healthy. It's insane. So even if you don't like it, figure it out. Put it in some pasta with some red sauce to cover up the fishiness. The benefits are insane.
Yeah, super good.
Yep.
Super good. So that I don't really...
it's like blowing up on TikTok.
Yeah,
some girl was like, everyone needs to stop because there's no sardines left in Whole Foods.
Wow. I didn't even know that.
That's a great trend.
Yeah, no, it is. And my friend Kim Rogers, have you heard of the Worm Queen, the parasite?
Oh my God, yeah, she follows me on TikTok.
Yeah, so look.
Oh my God, I didn't know that was her name.
Yeah. Kim Rogers, I love
did
her.
a parasite cleanse a few months ago through my girlfriend Giselle. And I was like, I don't think because I eat a lot of raw garlic and onion because I know how much it kills in pumpkin seeds and all that.
Yes.
I still had a worm. Not crazy, but enough to I want it gone.
So common. It's so common.
Yeah, raw fish, all these things that we eat, American food. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish more people did that. Again, that probably goes, I know it goes back to heart and brain health for sure.
Yeah. Well, in other countries, as I learned from Kim, other countries, they do parasite cleanses 2-3 times a year and it's required. And in America, it's like a parasite cleanse. Why do I need that? No.
It sounds woo-woo.
Yeah, it sounds woo-woo. So for that reason, I don't eat a ton of salmon because I'm scared, terrified. Because
fish.
I do too, girl, but I'm scared.
I know, scared because it does have parasites. It does.
She freaked me, girl.
It's raw. It has worms.
Her face, like a worm crawled out of her face before.
Stop.
I'm really paranoid of parasites. So I'm
some weird things happened to her for her to be this obsessed with it. She has a passion for it.
She was almost dead. Yeah. She was literally planning her death.
Yeah, you guys need to follow her. She's literally one of the most fascinating people to follow. And you can just tell how passionate she is about this. And I always thought it was like, there's some story there. There's always whatever anyone does in their career and they're super passionate about it.
There's something.
There's a story.
Yes, exactly. So, but because of her and the worm crawling out of her face, I really stay away from sushi. I love sushi. Face. I will not eat sushi anymore.
Ever.
No, I'm
You're
too
done.
scared. I'm too scared.
How did she feel about even if it's like it's raw but it's harshly seared in the restaurants, with those torches, still not enough.
I don't want a worm crawling on my face, girl.
God, especially no, it's true.
Yeah, and they can take over your brain. You know?
It's not a joke.
Did you know that 100% of motorcycle accidents, they have toxoplasmosis?
No, what the hell is that?
It's a parasite that gets into your brain and starts controlling you. You get it from cat piss and
No.
Yeah.
This is another reason why I don't let shoes in my home. I also have a lot of Asian friends, and Asians don't allow shoes in the home.
No, it's not
Not
good.
just because of all the dirt and the germs from the outside, but spiritually speaking, it's allowing other energies to come into your home. Yeah, I have a lot of Korean friends, and they're always like, no, you don't. I learned from a very young age that it's from a germ perspective, from a spiritual perspective, like a cleanliness perspective.
Yeah. Well, you had to think about it. All the crap that's on the ground outside.
Because cat pee and poop, the worms that are in it, bring it. It's
and
on many
rubber,
levels
plastics, dirty. Heavy metals. It's you just gotta make sure your space is clean.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. So what do you think? Because I'm coming into this new phase in my life, and I'm wondering, right? Is it the mind that controls everything? Because you can magically just heal yourself from cancer, anything. You can have all of a sudden, boom, you're just 1000% healthy, right? So that means that the parasites wouldn't be able to mess with you, that all of these toxins and all of these different things wouldn't be able to mess with you. So I'm trying to get some footing in this understanding of, I have been focused my whole life on mind, body, soul. You work on your mind, you work on your body, you work on your energy. And that's how you get to optimal levels, right? But now I'm is it just the mind? Because when you can decide it cellularly, your whole body agrees with what you're thinking, your energy matches that, then you can create whatever you want. You can heal whatever you want. You can kill all the parasites in your body at once, It's
I agree, but what spirituality and Kabbalah teaches us is, science teaches us that the mind and the body don't know the difference from one another. And that's why words are spells. It's called a spell because it's spelling, right? Everything that you speak becomes.
Yes.
And science is now proving that you can trick your mind.
Yes.
As long as your subconscious genuinely believes it. You actually have to believe the things that you're saying.
Right.
And that's why the whole fake it till you make it, I don't like to say fake it. Say it until you make it. Just keep repeating it until it actually just becomes easy, natural, like going to the gym, working out.
Right.
But the difference is the soul does not have emotions. The soul is authentic.
Yes.
The soul is what people quite often forget. They hear the word soul and they're like, yeah, my soul. But understanding that, sure, it's all one, but when you are speaking at a soul level, if the actions are unaligned, so you can say, I want to kill all these parasites and this is what my soul wants and this is what I'm going to keep saying, but the actions, you have to embody it.
Yeah, fully.
So it's not about, can I do this without the other, or can I do that with this and this? It has to be embodied.
Yeah.
So you can say, I have the car, I have the life, I have the partner, I have this, but if you're not fulfilling it with action and it's not aligning, it's kind of like your AAA battery.
Yeah.
And you want to get to a double D battery. Double Ds have significantly more battery strength.
Yeah.
You can say that, but until the energy and the frequency align,
Yep.
it's not going to be there.
Right.
So if you want the health, which we hear these miracle stories all the time, all the time. Oh, she randomly cured herself from cancer. Oh, he randomly got his heart health. Well, no, it was at a soul level, this is what they desired. And at the action level, they didn't just sit all day preparing for their death. The energy
matched. Yeah,
and the actions aligned.
Yeah.
It's alignment.
Right. Yeah. That's why I teach so much shadow work, because 95% of our thoughts are subconscious, our moves are subconscious. So we really have to get deep down into the subconscious to be able to align that part with our conscious minds, because you can want all day, but if you are not aligned in that level, then you're never going to get it until you do that. So I think it's important.
I think the best way, something that I learned that I think you'll really appreciate and you'll probably use too in your speaking engagements, there's 3D, there's 4D, and then there's 5D. 5D, there's multiple movies playing at once. This is Source, this is God, this is many versions of Liz and Liz. You can pick and choose which movie you want. It's like going to a theater and you're watching multiple movies play at once. When you pull from that movie and then you bring it into the 4D, which is the subconscious, and you think about it and you train your mind to see it, that's how you can then pull it into the 3D. So if you're in a position of severe distress or health issues, you can bring the movie of health into the 4D and play that in your mind and see yourself in that future version. The way I quantum leap is I see myself on stages. I see myself in these certain relationships or whatever it may be that I desire, to then bring it into the 4D, to then physically bring it into the 3D where you can touch it. It's just different. It's just different dimensions.
Yeah.
It's again, it's just energy. So when people are like, oh, well, she, I don't know, it just happened for her. But not really.
Yeah.
People assume that I come from money and that I've had, I come from not much at all.
Yeah.
It's nothing is impossible. Just the way Oprah thinks that she could create 1 million networks, and just the way Elon Musk think that he can colonize the moon. They believe it as if we drink coffee and it's just a normal day for us. You just have to normalize these desires. You just have to normalize it.
Yeah, exactly. That's literally how I've created everything that I've created by myself for the first time in my life, is visualization. I mean, it's like you feel it deeply within your body. Girl, I'll go on these little walks in the morning. I'll go on these dance party walks. I'll be listening to music.
Yeah, is that like your morning thing?
Yes, I walk my dog in the morning. And it's like the best moment of my day because I get to live in my dreams.
Beautiful.
And when you can literally, I probably look so crazy because I'm going down, like I'm walking down the sidewalk. I'm like, high five, yeah. Like,
and everyone's like, her energy is the best.
Girl, I'm like high five in the air. I'm bowing but I am inside of my dream. Like I am literally living it. And like, I haven't tried to book any gigs. I have not reached out and filled out forms or tried to do any of it.
You pull it in.
I pulled it in. It was like, oh, do you want to? Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Do you want to? Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Do you? Okay, yes, I do. So it's literally, you visualize, you feel it in all of your cells and your consciousness, and you go there, inside of emotion. And that's why I don't really even get that surprise as I'm in the 3D moment of what I've been visualizing from 5D, 4D. Like, I'm never surprised because I've lived that moment so many different times.
You felt
already.
it.
Yeah.
Liz, thanks so much for being here. You're so lovely. This was so nice.
Yes, you are too.
And I'm actually going on Liz's podcast next.
Yes, you are.
So we get to spend more time together. Thank you so much. This was really nice.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it.